Taking Steps with the Revised Social Studies Grade 2 Curriculum, Linking Language and Social Studies. Heritage and Identity. Changing Family and Community Traditions. Students bring their own experiences of a special day, gaining insight from their families and others in their communities. Students, through inquiry, consider the similarities and differences across time and generations. Changes in how we observe a special day can come from current experiences, the experiences of immigrating to Canada or being in Canada across several generations. A special day is unique to each individual, so gathering primary and secondary sources of information about them is essential. Teacher models storytelling, a special day, using primary sources, for example, images. Students formulate questions. Teacher tells story. As you watch this next clip, consider the following questions. How do you see yourself modeling a story from your own history that is still significant today? How does the teacher's use of her own personal story using primary sources help the students to formulate questions about a special day? The educator brings her own personal experience to share about the special days she had with her family on the Bruce Trail. She connects to a recent experience of walking on the trails beside her home and a burr attaching to her pants. The teacher asks students to look at all three pictures. In order to find out more about the teacher's story, students will need to ask her questions. An important part of inquiry is asking questions and asking again as new questions arise. Where are you? What kind of plants are those? What are those things in the middle? I don't remember what they are called, but I know they stick. How did those things get there? This information about burrs was provided to the students as it begins to answer some of their questions. Now take a few minutes to reflect again on the questions. Where do you see yourself in your journey to implementing the 2013 revised Grade 2 Social Studies curriculum, using primary sources and asking questions? How could you collaborate with others in your school to ensure the representation of personal stories of significance are created which incorporate a new understanding of its importance and change across time? Guided process: how you support students to find and organize information for inquiry. This model represents a process that students use to investigate events, developments, and issues, solve problems, reach supportable conclusions. Discuss this definition of formulating questions as part of inquiry. Formulate questions related to the applicable overall expectation in order to identify the focus of their inquiry. Students formulating questions. Students use the components of the inquiry process to investigate and to communicate their findings about significant events, developments, and issues. By applying the inquiry process, students develop skills that they need in order to think critically, solve problems, make informed judgments, and communicate ideas. Students remember their special day. They draw and record information about how this special day changes over time. Here is the planning for one student's special day. Using the computer, she learned how to use PhotoStory 3 to create a digital story. Students asked their families about their special day and brought photographs from home and to use in their digital stories as they created. Digital pictures were used and their own voices described the various reasons for choosing this day as the most special to them. She used the criteria to plan and judge the effectiveness of the video story that she created. Students were asked after viewing their own digital stories, is this an effective digital story? Yes or no? Why or why not? What is included that makes it interesting? What is included that makes you want to watch it? What else would you include and why? Where are you on your journey of understanding the inquiry process? Identify how literacy skills have been used by students in the inquiry process. How is the use of technology beneficial to creating effective stories? How do we as teachers need to redefine our definition of texts in the 21st century?
Father's Day by Roach. Father's Day is a special day that fathers did for you. Make a card for my dad to celebrate Father's Day.